What is going on, guys? What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another stream. So basically I'm just going to be getting all my characters ready for the new update coming. Ready for the battlegrounds. Gotta make sure I have a Nightblade build ready. And make sure I have my Dragon Knight. I might be doing Werewolf as well. So I'm a bit more limited on PC because I haven't got everything fully put together. But I've got some bits. Welcome everyone to the stream. So I also am... Oh, it's not going down. I also will be putting together... Well, I have been putting together a thieving setup. So I've just been leveling the ledger domain. With the graphics on low, the graphics be looking really bad. But I'll do that anyway just so it just plays smoother. Because in my previous streams I've always thought it was the actual my internet, which probably was. But now I've got a direct port, an Ethernet. So I'm still getting a bit of, and the ping was good as well. I think the ping was down to, it was down to about 3. Which is, the lower the ping number the better. And wireless I was getting like 60 ping, which is not really any good. It went down to 3, but it was still lagging a little bit, so I thought, what on earth's going on? So it was actually the graphics. I probably could push it to medium settings, but I just thought, you know what, I'll just keep it on low. Keep it on low and have no worries. So yeah, I'll be showing you a couple of things that I'll be putting together. Might be doing some BGs and stuff. Just be doing a mixture today, basically. I'm just going to have some characters ready. Obviously, the update is going to hit on the update will be hitting on PC first. Quite a few stuff to pick up there. So if you need a house to do. That's cool. Right. Transmutes. Can you ever get enough transmutes? So yeah, I'm just doing the ledger domain quickly. It won't take 5 minutes just to quickly level all that up. Getting on my nerves. I'll probably stop at about, yeah, once I hit 14 I'll probably stop anyway and then just start, because I want to start doing streams of the stealing streams again, but on PC. I'm just trying to sort of get away from Xbox a little bit. I won't be fully going away from Xbox, I just, you know, like partly. At least the sounds alright, I think. Yeah, so I want to be doing some stealing sort of runs and stuff. Probably won't be doing as much, to be fair, because of the new Battlegrounds update. What's going on, Steve? Welcome to the stream. So this is the best spot for the ledger domain leveling, as you can just kill a ton of sheep basically. There is some more here as well, and in some of these other sections, but I normally generally just stay here. And then it's quicker than the actual farm. The other farm I used to do was in Craglawn, and you can pick up the apples here. Yeah, somewhere around here. Oh, here, sorry. This is the apple bit here. But that's a bit not as quick as this section. But obviously you will get a bounty, but I'm not bothered about bounty, as many players will know. I do not concern myself with bounty, as there's no repercussions to it really, to be honest. As long as it's not on your main character you use, you know, it's just not, bounty doesn't mean much. All you've got to do is just make sure you don't get killed or caught by a guard when you've got a ton of good stuff on you, basically. Other than that, there's not really any repercussions. Let's have a quick look what's in the Crown store while they respawn. Anything good? Shadow Queen's Labyrinth. That would definitely be a house I'd like to buy. But like I said, big houses and that are just... I'm not a massive furnishing player. What prep will you do for the update 44? So the big basis of update 44 is obviously the Battlegrounds. So I'm just making sure I've got some nice setups just quickly together, just so I'm not mucking about when the update drops. And I'll have some builds I can just sort of jump in and play. So I'm just going to quickly do this ledger domain, and then I'll show a few of the setups I will be running, just to see how they play. But the main one I do want to be playing is probably with the Talk, because the Talk is just going to be just crazy basically, if it's set up correctly, especially on the DK. Well, really any class, to be fair. Once you've got the Talk, you know what I mean, you can put together builds that don't cost a lot, and it works, and you can move that setup to almost any class and it's still going to run well. And yeah, just like the damage reduction from the Talk, and the recoveries are good. So yeah, I've definitely got a few things in mind. I've got more things in my mind that I can actually even put in practice. It's just I try to do a couple of builds a week, but I probably could do much more if I had the time. I will be doing some more theory crafting builds as well.
Don't let the unclawed criminal escape.
But this build at the moment I've got on, I think it's already touching, around 8 or 9k, maybe more. What classes do you think are best for BGs? The two classes that are definitely best, if you mean just like a typical 2-bar, you know, typical brawling style build that, you know, like the top players play or most good players play, I would recommend the Warden or Dragon Knight are definitely the best. I mean, the Dragon Knight build I'm going to be running is going to be running 3 shields, and they all scale off max health, and my max health is going to be like mid 40s. So you're going to be so tanky, and you know, Wardens are also very tanky as well. So just basically run high health is definitely what you're going to be wanting to do. Nightblades are still going to be good as well. Also, I did make a Nightblade brawling, a brawl blade at like 50k health, and that's what surprised me, was that the Nightblade you can actually push while still retaining good, like it's a good build for PvP, because obviously you can push well above 50k health if I wanted to, but still being a viable 2-bar build that does a lot of damage. The Nightblade actually outperformed even the Warden, which I was surprised because I thought, do you know what, I'm going to play what class pushes the highest health while still being viable and powerful, and the Nightblade actually topped out the Warden. The Nightblade, let's just check how much I've got there. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, the Nightblade was touching 50k health on a, you know, perfectly viable 2-bar build. And then I think the Warden was close by about 45, 46k health. And then the Dragon Knight touches around 43k health, I think. But I've stuck with the Dragon Knight as going to be my main, purely because of the 3 damage shields it can acquire through the... will you do enough damage? Yep, the damage is there, everything is there. I think there was an issue with critical damage, which I do need to check still, but other than that... So it's basically the talk, but running very, very certain things, certain traits and weights, and it's looking really good. So I would definitely recommend to get the talk, if you ain't already got it, that is. It was a pain to farm though, but it's probably worth it from what I've seen. Have I got enough to do the... probably not. I think that will do. And all this spare stuff. Right, so what's the ledger domain at? I just want the locksmith, to be honest. I'm not really bothered about the pickpocketing too much. But anyway, yes, we'll get into some sort of builds and stuff. Yeah, I mean, with the talk, I said we do enough damage. It's just allowing you to run loads of heavy while still retaining damage. It is crazy. As long as you've got to make sure that the things you've got to make sure is the critical damage and the pen, and other than that, you're good to go. Right, so your Kimono tong. Just 4 pieces, basically for the 3 lines. Yeah, I got it 3 weeks ago, finally, after farming it for 2 months. Yeah, it was brutal. It wasn't 2 months for me, I think it was about a month, but it was still awful. So yeah, but I think it's totally worth it. As long as they don't nerve it, of course. Yeah, so I'm probably going to go... See, with a lot of my gank builds as well, I do find if you're going to be doing BGs, bow is probably better if you're to get securing loads and loads of kills, and because you can still stay far away from your opponents if you want to run Nightblade. So I'm probably going to be running a 1-bar Nightblade. Got Balor on it as well. What's going on here? Need to double check. I haven't actually looked at this build in a while, but yeah, so 4 Kimono Song. So that will give me 3 lines of weapon and spell damage. I think this is the 10k Nightblade I'm on. And we've got the Balorg. They're running all medium as well. Not even 1 piece light. So your Nyx Hound, so that's when you do a heavy attack, you get the Major Courage. Yeah, so this is basically a super high damage build with no procs. What's the pen like then? So the pen probably might need to run Lover. Yeah, I've got Warrior on. Let's just quickly check it on a training dummy. Who was that geezer? Muffin Brain. If you need a house to use my man, I've got one Understones, brilliant. So I'll check his house out. Visit primary residence. I'm more of a border type of guy. I like to jump right into the fight. Yeah, so I mean, really, to be honest, you know, Dragon Knight, you can't go wrong. Wardens can also take a lot of punishment. You know, Templars can. I do like Templars still because of the execute. I always do like the beam execute, but I do feel, and when I've done some really good like battlegrounds and stuff on the PTS, majority of players were Dragon Knights because they're just so tanky. That leap, you know what I mean, and it just gives you the damage shield as big as your health bar. It's ridiculous. I think it might be reduced in PvP though, but it's just crazy. You know, Dragon Knight is just, you just cannot go wrong. This is a really good house. Someone's definitely put the effort in. But what I need is a... Right, so we've got that there. Reduce the vamp stage, no, I don't do that. I didn't actually check the vamp. Yeah, two would do. I can go 3. This is what I need. Right. If you're a brawler type, you know, Dragon Knight is probably top dog in my opinion. Warden probably very close. I mean, you can do Stamina Sorcerer as well. I've had a lot of success with that. But it is a bit harder because you are definitely squishier. It's more noticeable. I tend to die more when I'm playing the Stamsork. I know there are some pretty good players who won't die, you know, if they're running it really effectively. But I do struggle a little bit without the shields. Right, so we get that first. And bearing in mind this is barely no champion points as well. Because these are sort of more aimed at anyway. BGs, there's no champion points. Thanks for the tips, Gloom. I have to go. Wish you have a great day. Oh, cheers, mate. Have a good one. So as you can see, we've got a flat 7k weapon damage. Critical could do being a bit higher, but I can live with that. So it'd probably be something like, you can run Ghastly Eyeball, but I always end up just going to Witch Sugar Skulls just for the extra health. It just makes things a bit better, just make it a bit more survivable. So we do this. So yeah, we're at 9k, and that's not even fully propped either. So this is basically a 10k sort of build, but I might need to chuck Lover on. Yeah, it's probably going to be touching around that sort of mark. I don't know why I've got concealed weapon on for. That is nice to have as it goes, but I do like the Impale. Don't think I ain't got it. I do not have it. Right. So yeah, I've probably dropped the... Yeah, as you can see, like I said, the weapon damage is touching, you know, 9.5k. It'll probably be around on bow, which is really good for bow as well. So if we go, I better get the Love Among Us and get the... You what? Yeah, get the Love Among Us just to drop, because I mean, you can go above well over 9k weapon damage, but I need to make sure the pen's there as well. So I'll chuck on the Lover just to drop the weapon damage a little bit, because as we know with PvP, it's all about balance. So I think I've leaned a little bit too far into weapon damage. I mean, I do have Balog admittedly, so really you could still live with that weapon spell damage. I mean, spell damage, penetration, because the Balog is going to give you tons of pen, but I don't want to be reliant on the ultimate all the time. So we will change that. We will change it. Is it more snow? I want the other one. Tell me I've got no gold. I hate. Oh, she's a disaster, isn't it? Right, let's go to the bank then. Go to the bank. Yeah, so I'll show you this build. I might try it in BGs and then we'll like move on to some of the other builds I've got in mind. I do really need to level the DK, I just can't be bothered. Just a few skill lines, that's all it is. What's going on here? Oh, I forgot about the guards. Idiot. Right, so I'm going to have to go to Cold Harbour then. Just because I've got no gold. Yeah, so this, like I said, in a nutshell, it's about 9.5k weapon damage, gank build. Just crazy stats basically, but I will drop it a bit just to make it a bit more on the pen side of things. Can we go Cold Harbour? Yes we can. Turn off power saving mode. Yeah, so I'll probably chuck this in a couple of BGs. I know it works already because I've done similar setups to this anyway. I mean, what I was trying to do is I was trying to work out, you know, what is really best. And I suppose it's just situational, what is actually best. You know, you can run, like from a ganking perspective in PvP I'm talking about, you know, is it better to just run 3 procs? Or is it better to just go full damage, no procs? Like this build is just full damage, no procs. You know, what actually hits harder?
A secure vault makes for a confident heart.
Sorry, just popped in. How are you getting 9+K weapon damage? I'll show you the sets I'm running. It's actually really easy, but it's surprising you can actually get that on bow, because bow doesn't actually grant you any what the hell? Got no gold. It's on my other characters, isn't it? Don't do this to me. I must have something. I'll just have to sell a few bits in. It's basically 4 pieces of kimono. You can use another. There is a couple of other sets that give you 3 lines of weapon spell damage. I've got sharpened on that. I mean, you could push it higher, but I need to get the pen in check. And of course I've got the Balorg. Again, you don't need to run it. And Nyx's Hound is one of the best sets. Just do a heavy attack, it gives you major courage. This set alone gives you, I think, around 800 weapon spell damage. Yeah, so that's what I'm running. And, you know, just the Oaken Soul, because you're getting minor courage, major courage. I mean, you can go beyond that, you know, but you just got to still make sure it's, you know, viable. Because if you lean too far into the weapon damage, you know, you lose out on pen and other stuff. I just need a merchant, guys. There's no merchants here, is there? And I've got a bounty on me, so I've just done myself, and I know what to do. I'll just log into another character, bung him a bit of gold. Yeah, so it does sound crazy when you see builds that say like 9k weapon damage. You're like, sometimes I'm looking thinking, how the hell have they got that? Because I'm not even using the I'm not a big fan of it. I've done it on a few builds. The Blood Frenzy, which drops your health really low and you just die from like AoEs. I'm not a big fan of that. So you could, you know, push this well into the 10k mark if you wanted to. I mean, that's with bow, you know, as soon as you start chucking on 2-handed or dual wield, then you're talking 11, 12k weapon damage, while still being viable. But like I said, I do prefer bow in BGs for ganking, because you've got that distance, and if you want to secure loads of kills, I mean, like, you will get some kills without a doubt, dual wield and 2-handed, but it's just, you have to sort of build up, be in the right position, whereas bow you can sort of be a bit more slapdash, you know, stick a few arrows in a few people and then, you know, and escape. So you'll find if I do any, because I've released a couple of like melee gank builds, they tend to be more open world because they're just more suitable for open world, I find. You got any gold for me, mate? You have. Whereas bow I just find a little bit more viable. That looks really cool. I'll try it too, yeah. So like I said, I just can't really work out, is it better to run all procs, or is it better to run all straight damage with no procs? When I say no procs, I mean like no like Red Mountain, Flame Blossom. I suppose it just depends on the target really. At the end of the day, they all work. Damn, the gold's getting low. Stop doing these builds. That's why I got the talk on PC, because I don't want to keep doing hundreds of builds on PC, because I just don't have the sets. On Xbox I've got, you know, majority of the sets anyway. But I said, you got to bear in mind that's like nearly 9.5k weapon damage, and there's no CP even added on So you add in CPs and stuff, it'll go a lot more. But I'm not bothered about the CPs because I'll be doing BGs anyway. So right, let's get this sorted because he's getting on me wick now. Right, give us a bit of gold. We'll just chuck on Impale, just to have a nice execute. I can't actually remember if I've even released this build or not. I think I have, to be honest. They're all very similar. I'll just try and make some variations because not everyone wants to run, you know, Flame Blossom proc sets, you know, dealing damage for you. So I'll try to keep it as much varied as I can. So we do skills. I think I can drop the concealed weapon. I'm going to lose the speed bonus, which is a bit of a shame. Why are they not leveled? Now you're putting me off that now and all. I mean, to be honest, I do need a... Probably does need a little something else. It is best, I'm just going to have to level it, and I... Yeah, it's crazy executing it. Can't pass that up. I mean, the speed's going to suffer a bit, but because you've got bow, you're getting the major expedition. It's just not going to be Lightning McQueen. So now, I'll go back to that bloke's gag. And yeah, I'll change it to the lover and we'll see what numbers we're working with. And then once I'm happy with it, I want to quickly get a bite. Get bites, get some nerves. Forever moving, feed. I mean, I don't need stage 3 to be fair, but...
You won't get away with this.
Hello? Here you go. Yeah, I don't need stage 3 on gank. You're going to go down anyway, to be honest, unless you're super slippery and elusive. So you don't need to run it. But I haven't got combat frenzy on, which is crazy. I haven't got Undaunted either. Mind you, I'm not having light, medium and heavy, so I'm not super desperate for that. I'll get them things in time. Did I? What am I going to... Oh yeah. Everyone like the stream as well? So yeah, to be honest, I mean, like I said, I've played all ganking play styles, and I find, yeah, bow is probably best, or, you know, anything ranged, should I say. I mean, you can still do the lightning staff gank. Anything ranged is just better for BGs because it's constant. You're sort of constantly in fights. You don't really want to be waiting for ultimate to build up on the melee sort of ganks as much. So I do tend to do a bit more open world. Where's the lover? So the weapon damage will have gone down a bit. So the pen, I was expecting a bit more than that. Got all divines in it, yeah. Expecting a little bit more. Need 1 DPS for the last boss. Veteran Dread Cell Reef. Yeah, I can't do that, mate. Right, so now is the target dummy. Am I going the wrong way? Of course I am. So we'll look at the stats and then I'm going for a muck around. Oh, there's a nice dueling area. On the final days of the BGs, they're going to go. That reminds me of Jason and the Argonauts. A load of skeletons looking at you. Right, so let's just check everything's all good. So we've got the Bewitched on. Running the lover. What's the critical damage? Should be good, it's all medium. Yeah, so around the 100% mark. Right. Right, so we'll check some numbers. $23k pen. I think it was touching just under 9k. Because what I want is I don't want to be dependent on the battle. So as you can see, 11k pen. Plus I think you get minor breach from the focused aim. Yeah, you're getting the sundered. So you know, you've got flat 13, 14k pen, and then once the battle hits, if you want to hit it, you know, it's just sort of there as a bonus. So you're still going to have high weapon spell damage, and then if you want to come in with a dual knee, I mean, I do like Comet, I can just never be bothered to farm it. Comet is better, let's be real now, Comet is better. I just never run it on my mage blades or whatever, because it's just, I never got it. Might have a few CPs, but yeah, nothing. So you could easily put on that, push it up a little bit more. Right, let's go then. And the good thing about ganking is you don't really need tri-stat potions too much either. Go down, you go down. Oh, I've got a few anyway. Alright, so we'll jump in a BG, because this is pretty much how I'm going to play it, just like a stat based build. And we'll just see how it goes. I don't know, like I said, I still don't know what I prefer though. Do I prefer, you know, like running procs like Flame Blossom? I think they're just more fun to watch, you know, and Balor used to be my favourite, but now the Amphimir's Construct is my favourite now, because it just hits so hard, and it just works well with heavy attack. It's just perfect. Oh. It's already going. Probably a tough BG, tough BG. Okay, can't grumble that. Did you just follow my spec pipe? So yeah, keep your eyes on the weapon spell damage numbers. Getting some lag here, that's great, isn't it? It shouldn't be this close, so again, should be keeping distance, but I've got the group around me, so... Someone's got the wrong kill. Eat my spec bar. I'm getting some other, yeah, it just feels a bit on the laggy side. Oh, got me the dog. I'm gone. Being a bit greedy there. Try and secure a few more flags, eh? Oh my god, what is this PT doing to me? But even though, like I said, gankers, you know, like this build, I'm getting terrible lag. I can't even play. Like the hill is so strong, you can actually take a little bit of flak before you actually go down. But like I said, you know, ideally you want to be sort of not even stealthed. Oh, he got me with that leap. Gets me every time. This is just, as you can see, just got a team doing very well. Oh, hit the bow, heavy attack, please. I do prefer now, I don't think I've done a 2-bar bow gank. I've done a lot of 2-bar melee ganks. Yeah, I think I'll move on to something else. But yeah, that's basically what I'll probably be running in the BGs. I do feel I didn't do it justice with just half a BG, but I'll have a look at some other bits. I do feel the werewolf is going to be quite good on Templar, and I'm sure I remember I was leveling werewolf. So if that is together, I'll have a look at that and all, because I do want to chuck on a werewolf BG build. The next patch, will you make a no stealth nightblade build? I have already made one. It was a theory crafted one, admittedly. It was the Shining Lady. If you look at that on my channel, I made a 50k health brawl blade essentially, with no cloak. It's using the dark cloak, which pumps out tons of healing on you. Why has he got no weapons? Oh, I know what's happened. I think I pulled it off and put it on the DK. He's got the salt there though. Have I got werewolf? I'm sure it's werewolf. Yeah. Oh, and I've leveled it as well, sweet. So, I need to quickly jump. I think I might have stripped it for the DK. So yeah, I do want to put together some sort of werewolfy Templar build. I think I was leveling the werewolf, but I've done it now by the look of it. Because I think, personally from what I think the Alien King will probably be one of the best setups for werewolf. There's my armory station. So that's my standard. Yeah, and then I've got, what's this build to? This is the werewolf build then. I'm missing a load of bits. I don't have a weapon on that, I must have proper stripped it. So let's see what we got and we'll just see if we can make use. And then I'll look at numbers. Ideally you want... That could work. What? How much light have I got on? Probably one on bit of medium. What I like about it, you just chuck anything on and then you just look at the numbers and then just think, yeah, is that right? And then, you know, maybe I could go a bit more here. I can see light is not really ideal. Don't have... Did I put a weapon on? Oh, I didn't. The weapon critical looks a bit lame, doesn't it? It's probably going to want to put that on. Not too bad. Just put the ice staff on the back bar. Keep it sweet. I mean, I don't really focus too much on the skills themselves that are out of werewolf form, because before I'm in a BG, I will make sure I've got the ult. So again, if we go back that gap, and we'll check it all out, check that these things look good. I was about to say, have I got the vamp stage 3 on? Not my werewolf. And I've never actually played a talk werewolf. I'm pretty sure it's going to be fairly decent for werewolf anyway. because it's going to be good on werewolf because you get damage reduction whilst in werewolf form. I think it's 10%. Then you can chuck on major protection that they added to werewolf, and then you got the 15% from the talk. So you're already building up quite a bit of damage reduction. You know what I mean? While still having good health and damage. But we'll check it all because don't think just like going through it all. It's all mold, so to be honest I must have done a bit of leveling ages ago, I forgot. And a lot of the orc and Templar does pump out the best damage for werewolf at the moment. We'll see what the wolf can do that wise. But I mean, this is all you do with builds really when you make the PvP builds. You just work out what you're missing. Does that look a bit low? Or so let's go into werewolf form. I've got the pack leader because that is going to give me that 10% less damage and minor courage. So let me look at the weapon damage already. It's already good. Just stack it up a bit. That's already plenty of weapon damage, so we've got no worries with weapon damage. Recoveries, pop a potion, they're okay, yeah. Right, they've got no pen, so that's an issue, and the resistance is a bit squish squish. I've got the minor resolve on. Using I think we just automatically get it. Do we automatically get it? Yeah, major resolve. So what is going on with the resistances? It's still a bit squish squish. I need to up the resistances a bit. That's where I had the Ladium though. Well, that's concerning. To have the Ladium and a bit of heavy armour and still be that low. So we've got a pen issue. Probably battle axe ain't right for me then. Probably going to want them all. I've got one. Ace. Oh. Hello. Go light and staff and go crazy. Have I got the two-handed passives even on? Oh, I have. Don't think you can carry over though. Oh yeah, just need to... The pen is too low, obviously. And the resistances are too low. Critical damage I'm not too bothered about. So what can we do? I do have this issue with werewolf a lot. You struggle to find out why is it still a bit squish squish. And you've got barely any... I've gone full infused on everything. You've got the tri-stat on. You want reinforced. Even that ain't going to make up for that level, is it? Can't drop the lady, so what I need to do is I need to buy a weapon, probably a maul. I could go defending maul, couldn't I? Defending is going to help out a lot, and I really don't need to push the weapon damage anymore. I was going to go sharpened. Was there other patch notes? I've just seen week 1 and 2. There was other patch notes, but they were just, I think, minor stuff. There wasn't really anything major, I don't think. Definitely not on the 4 and 5. I'm not sure about week 3. We'll have to check that one. So if I want to defend him. A defending maul. It don't carry over there, does it? Damn it. The trait carries over, but not the weapon trait. But mind you, even though the resistances are low, I'm getting major protection. I think I've got the major protection. There's a lot of damage reduction basically. Yeah, major protection, yeah, so, but I'm losing the critical bonus, that's why the crit's a little bit low, so we're not really going to be reliant on critical damage. More just sort of raw damage. So I want something... I want a two-handed, and it's got to be sharp. And it's got to be gold. Rallying Cry Mall. Oh, crazy prices. Crazy prices. I knew it was going to be a couple hundred. Oh, Mad though. Mad Tinkerer's Greatsword in sharpened. I might as well get them all in sharpened. Oh, 150. Whoa, nearly caught me out there. See, the amount of times I've done that is that if you don't check the CP, you can't be bothered to check the CP. Look, 150. So I might as well go... Is that alright? Get confused. Right. Increase physical and spell pin. That's okay. Is that okay? And then a glyph.
Hello there.
You want to get greedy? I normally just get greedy with weapon damage. I normally just... That's normally my go-to. So if we chuck them on... Yeah, that's... The pen's okay, because you do get the minor and major breach anyway. Looking good, looking good. So it's basically... Yeah, getting everything in place. Now let's go back and have a quick check and then hopefully be ready for a BG soon. So we're not reliant on critical damage, but my only concern at the moment now is the... I'm blank. My only concern is the resistance is a little bit, but like I said, the amount of damage reduction could make up for it. That's probably why I had the Lady Munders to begin with, but it's still not got me quite there. I like to be around the 30k, but it is hard for some reason in Werewolf. Normally, you can run Sword and Bald, is another option just to push that, because I don't need the weapon damage, it's already pretty good. So if we go in... I mean, it's overkill to have that level of weapon damage. I mean, it's good, obviously, like if you can, do it, but just got to make sure everything else is fitting the bill. So, yeah, the pen's probably around about 13, 14. Crit is terrible, so I'm not bothered. And resistance is... I think we can definitely give it a whirl. Probably need a bit more heavy. He's well fitted. But mind you, the cold dodge ain't bad. Not bad. A lot of impen. Give it a whirl. Wait. Oh, I've got on me. Right, yeah, let's give it a whirl, eh? Give it a little spin. I've just got to be careful on the squishiness, because werewolves, no matter how much you build into them, they always seem to be squishy. But like I said, I've got 3 sources of damage reduction. You've got from the Eyelid King. I've got the 10% from the Pack Leader, which I always prefer. I know the other one does more damage, but I just feel you're just too squishy. And so you're getting 10% from there. They don't stack, by the way, either, but they're just sources. And also we get another 10% and taunt enemies. Yeah, so I think we should be able to get away with them resistances. They're at like 26k. I think I got my pots. I think I did. I have all these set up ready to go. think we're all good. All good. So let's see. So have your werewolf pre-buffed obviously before you go into a BG's. Because the plan is to not come out of werewolf, you know, you start the BG, hit werewolf, and you should stay infinitely in werewolf providing you're constantly in fights, which in BGs you normally are, so that's why I don't typically bother with what's on the bar and, you know, what do you do when you're out of werewolf form, unless it's more for sort of open world where you can sort of get caught. But again, you just put defense on the back bar, a bit of offense. You can run the Asylum two-handed. I think it gives you just bonus ultimate just to get you quicker into werewolf, as we'll see. And again, remember, I don't think I've even got. Oh dear, that's not good. I had that on. I'm surprised with the lady; it's still low. Just need more reinforced pieces. That needs to be a reinforced piece. I might quickly try and grab a reinforced head. So this is the beauty of the talk, because you ain't got to worry about what set piece it is. Just want a heavy reinforced. That's all I've got to worry about, rather than the well fit, just to push the armour a little bit more. If you could get this to like 30k, we probably could with a sword and board. You could easily be very, very tanky with all these damage reductions chucking on top.
In your own homeland.
So let's try and quickly find a piece. Have I got the gold? Yeah, I have. Apparel. Gotta be heavy armour. Gotta be the head. Gotta be reinforced.
Come and do business.
Come on. Oh, it's because we've got one legendary. I don't need it legendary. As long as it's purple. That do. Is it 160 though? Oh my god, did I check the weapon? No, 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 no. Whoa. I think I was running a ganking build for a couple of weeks before I even realised that I was running like a 140 or 130 piece. I was like, what am I doing? Because you don't look at the CP 160. Once you're beyond that level, you don't even look at it, do you? And then I've been caught out a couple of times. You think, what was I doing? But the health, ideally I'd like the health a little bit higher. I always get a bit worried in werewolf form, but I think it's pretty heavily invested in health as it is. So, and you do want to keep the bars reasonable. That's what I always try to do, not on just werewolf, but like any sort of typical 2-bar setup. Try and get the health in the 30s if you can. You don't really want to go under 30, or 29 is really like the absolute minimum you want on a typical build. And obviously get the two stat bars around the 20k mark is a sweet spot. What's the prep ideas for update 44? Well, it's just basically having all my builds that I can sort of BG worthy, and sort of prepping the setups I've got, just so that when it starts I can just stream me doing the new BGs. That's what I want to be doing. So really, when I said ideas, it's more the builds themselves, making sure I've got them as fine-tuned as I can possibly, and you know, I'm going to stock up on all the consumables. And also another tip for you guys as well, second the update drops, particularly if you're on PC of course, because I think the update does drop on the 28th. I was going to do a gold making video on it, but it should be general knowledge for most players, is that they're releasing 3 new Battleground PvP sets and 3 new Cyrodiil ones, all from Reward to the Worthy. You want to stick them straight on the guild traders the second you get them and make some gold. Any updates that are going to change Warden play much? I mean, with Walden, I mean, they did do that change where if you're under 30k health, you do get that damage bonus. But it's very hard to work with because your health is going to be around the 29k mark, which is a bit on the tricky side. My opinion with a lot of the builds is you best to stack into high health because you're going to be... There could be problems with these new battlegrounds. You might be up against groups and stuff, and you really want to have some health to keep yourself going. So if you're going to go Walden, I'd probably take a back seat on the damage bonus and probably just go full health. And my recommendation is go the last A-League King if you can, because you can just push nearly 50k health, have crazy healing, and still retain good damage and recoveries. So I would definitely, I'm going to be running a lot of Talk builds. This is my Talk Templar Werewolf that I haven't even tried yet. It might be a bit on the squishy side at the moment, so I do need to check it. So, is it possible to build for high damage mitigation like Talk, but be under 30k? Yeah, that is a good question. The problem with Walden is that the polar wind scales off the max health, so the lower you go, you're going to get that damage bonus, but you're going to then lose. The polar wind is not going to be as strong. It's probably still going to be fairly strong, but not. You're definitely going to probably notice it. So I would probably recommend for Walden just to make sure you're running to keep the high damage. So to keep it just touching under 30k to get the bonus damage. And then, yeah, you could also run the Talk, but just don't invest anything into health. And make sure you've got the Northern Storm or whatever it's called. To make sure you get the major protection. Just stack all your protections basically. That's what you want to make sure is key. If you're going low health, you want to make sure you've got the minor protection, which you can get on Walden, which is through the frost armor thing. Get the major protection, get the 15% from the Talk, and yes, you probably could be okay under 30k health and still pumping out good damage. Just make sure your healing's in check. You're probably going to want to make sure you've got Vigour and probably like vines or something. Just don't rely on polar wind because it probably ain't going to save you every time. Man, I wish I had Talk. I quit farming after 7+ hours because it was starting to give me chest pains. I have 3 or 5 leads. Yeah, I mean, this is why I didn't even farm it to begin with, because I was so burnt out from doing the achievements originally on the Xbox. I just couldn't be bothered to farm it because I just knew how bad it was, and it's just a sheer amount of other leads that are in it. But I would just recommend just do a run a day. Don't go too mad, because if you try and go too mad, you'll just get more and more frustrated. And this is the problem. I think it is a bit of a joke, but it's definitely worth. Well, see if it's worth it with this werewolf. Am I on my own here? This is why I'm getting fried. Definitely, it's still okay, but I can see my biggest concern was it's still going to be a bit on the squishy. Yeah. So I might need to make, but mind you, I am being swarmed at the moment, so it's hard to sort of tell. The werewolf always seems to suffer from this. It's either you push too much into resistances and you hit like a gnat, or you hit good but you just can't take a hit. Talk plus vamp plus major protection, minor protection sounds fun. Yeah, I mean, just stacking all the protections basically. And with Walden, minor and major protections just easy to get. Oh, that damn Arcanist shield. Thank God it's been gutted. It would have to be captured a relic, wouldn't it? Where you're running around a lot. I'm probably going to lose my werewolf for this. Will I grab this? Yeah. Why not? Oh, where's the player? Oh. Didn't see where he went. Rusty on the wall. Used the main wall for years. More people. Take a few out, come on. No, there's no hope now. How many players want to be hitting me? Is that all 4? Yeah, I think I'll probably drop the weapon damage on this, and it needs a bit more resistances. So much running about, I'm going to lose the werewolf form. I just keep running away. Stop running away. I need you. Oh, I did not get a kill and I still nearly went down. Oh my god. Getting lit up big time. Look at that fate carver, I thought they nerfed it. Still hitting good. I must admit I can't get into the Arcanist. It's the one class that I just look at and just think, nah. I've done a couple of Arcanist builds, but when it first come out I didn't really enjoy it that much. And then I thought, oh, it's okay in places and that. And then I did like the beam for a little bit, but I just generally on the whole I don't. I'll stop running away. This is like I've got to be the worst BG match. Capture the relic for the werewolf. You need to be in combat and you're just spending your time running around. Here? Yeah, I think I was forgetting it here. Just keep getting stunned. Come on. I'm not blaming the setup, I'm blaming me. Everyone's running shield. There's Arcanist running shields, Templar's running shields, Sorcerer's running shields. Oh, I'm just bad. Oh, I've been beamed. He survived the beam. Almost. Yeah, but this is the problem. I did think this, even if you've got the major protection, the 15% damage reduction, you ain't got the resistances, which this build hasn't. It's just still too squishy, and everyone just targets a werewolf, so you need to have, you know, that resistance. So I'll probably go sword and board on this. I think it's probably the best option to get that resistance. I think that my original builds were all sword and board, because you're just continually having a resistance issue. So if you go sword and board, of course you can run defending on the shield. Yeah, I'm sure that carries over. Where's the terrified when it comes up? I haven't even seen it even activate yet. It's meant to be when they're feared or something, and then you can terrify them. I'm getting plenty of assists, I know that. I just can't quite seem to get, see, Werewolf does something that it doesn't have that executing, you just can't seem to quite get secured killing. Like, it's always someone else that nabs the kill, because it's got no, like, execute. It's got good damage, but it's just... Come back, come on. Oh, don't run to your team, mate. It's going to get me done. Don't want none of this. What's going on? Did they get it? Oh, the whole team's gone. 1 kill and 11 assists. Damn it. But there we go. Yeah, I think that needs a sword and board. I think with werewolf, yeah, if you start going into 8-9k weapon damage, I think yeah, you're going to have some sort of resistance issues. And it's crazy, isn't it? Because you've got heavy there. See, that probably needs to be reinforced. Mines? That's given me a bit more, but not much more.
I wish I was off adventuring.
But we'll give it another go. Capture the relic probably wasn't the best for it. Right. Cliff Shade. Why am I going Cliff Shade? I'll save the build. Yeah, Talk plus Vamp plus Major and Minor Protection. Yeah, you can easily push that on a Warden. Or, I don't think you can get Major Protection on Dragon Knight. But I just prefer, I do favour the Dragon Knight over the Warden purely because I'll show you next after this the 3 shields I'm running. I just need to level it, I just can't be bothered. Just a couple of lines, skill lines. Right, so if I save that, maybe I'll come back to that. I might need a bit more tweaking. I'm not really sure where I can push the resistances more. Could put protective on them. But yeah. But sometimes I think you do get unlucky with BG. You can just keep getting loads of assists. Do you know what I mean? Really, nearly got the kill, but you just can't quite get that last little drop of health to kill them. I've been playing Bash build, haven't I? That's the Talk Warden I will be setting up. That's not been done yet either. That's probably being deleted because I can't be bothered to level a sorcerer. So we'll go into the Dragon Knight, see what's going on with it. But that is the problem, and that's why I think I fell for that little trap a little bit. You think, oh, I've got minor protection, I've got major protection, I've got talk on, you know, I'm going to be well tanky, and you still will get cut through. That is the problem with werewolf. They're just such magnets for a quick little bash BGA. They're such magnets for damage. People just see well, they just go for them. So, you know, going for high damage werewolf in a random scenario never works too well. I mean, you'll do crazy damage, but it's just, you need to have that resist. If you're playing solo werewolf, you really need to just be tanky and just make sure you've got like 6k, 7k weapon damage. As soon as you start going above that, yeah, you've got to think, I bet I ain't got enough to back it up. Yeah, we'll do a bash BG because I fancy one. I don't think I've even got vampire on this. I don't bother on this one, I don't think. I don't actually have it on here, no. But these are the lines for the actual build I'm putting together. These 2 lines have got a level, and the 2-handed I still ain't done up. So yeah, I have to do a bit of leveling after this BG. Well, I say a bit of leveling. Might try it in a BG because I did show on my previous stream when I showed it. It's got 3 damage shields on Dragon Knight, which is just insane, and they all scale off to max health. So it makes sense to push into the max health. Do you know what I mean? You might as well go in the 40k's. I know it's, you know, abusing, but you're just using what was given to you basically. So I think it's the bone shield which scales off the max health, the hardened armor which scales off max health, so that's 2 shields there, and then you've got the leap shield, so you're going to have 3 shields. I just need to level them last 3 lines. I've even done the Undaunted. I've got everything together on this build. It's just magic at aid. It's literally just them. I don't think I even need skill points either because I've been grabbing skill points like that. So it's just a bit of two-handed, light and medium. I'll probably do them like the Witches Festival because that's dropping tomorrow, guys. I'm sure it's tomorrow. Battles of Fire. What was that? I could do a daily dungeon as well. Whack it on. But what I might do a crafty just to level them lines because they level so slow. The secret, well, I say secret trick, but just in case players don't know, just jump on some dolmens, which is obviously the obvious go-to, and then what you could do is just put on full light, so 7 light, get that up, and that'll level up much quicker. Then jump on 7 medium and then get that done. That's how I'd normally do it, because if you've only got one piece of each on, which I probably have on that build, then, do you know what I mean, you'll be doing dolmens till the cows come home. Where's my BG then? Where is my BG? Right, while we're waiting, I know what's going to happen. The second I go into Imperial City, it's going to come up. We'll go into Imperial City in the meantime. But yeah, Werewolf is definitely, I mean, it's had a bit of love. It's definitely had a few improvements here and there, but it's still very much behind a lot of things. I said I don't play it super good. I used to play it fairly good. There's obviously better Werewolf players than me, but I did used to main it for quite a while, for years, and I used to get a lot of kills, but then I sort of shied away from it when it didn't get any upgrades and tweaks and stuff. But yeah, you can still play Werewolf very well. You just got to watch that tankiness. You've got to make sure you're tanky. But maybe talk ain't the best, I don't know, for a Werewolf. I think the best Werewolf build I done was that Werewolf End Boss build I done a few months back. Had really high health and had good damage still. I think I was using, might have been Clever Alchemist, I can't remember now. Just a blur too long ago. Right, so let's capture the relic then. I don't want to be capturing the lag though. Oh, we've got Nightblade. Oh, we've got Nightblade. Did I get the kill? What's happening? What happened there? I don't know. The green's being a bit cheeky. How do they? Oh, even now I want an execute even on the bash bridge. You get him to that point and then just boom. Stop shielding up. But that's what I said, maybe, see, that is the other thing you can do, do you know what I mean? Like, if you just feel you're just too squishy, you know what I mean, or not enough health, I'm going to go. Just do what it does. If you feel you're too squishy and just not enough health or not enough resistances, then that's why people start stacking shields on top of it, do you know what I mean? Because that's just absorbing the damage. That's not eating into your health bar. And that is the problem. Players just do so much damage. You know, particularly Nightblades, and it's, you know, you just, that's why people shield stack, isn't it? It's just easier. Is there another player? There is a sneaky Nightblade. Have I got detect bots? I actually do, I'm so sorry. I feel bad. Right, he's gone. He's panicking. Come on. I know I've got detect bots. If we go, oh, there we go, he's come back. What the? a Nightblade vest. The Nightblade vest. Rightly so, because Nightblade is just top dog. I'm trying to think, is there actually something that actually gets on my nerves? Because I mean, I do get like, you know, when someone kills you, you're like, oh damn it. But I don't know, I don't think there is a playstyle that even annoys me. Apart from, I think a close one is definitely high health healers. Have I even got a kill yet? I have. Yeah, high health healers, they are really annoying. Mind you, I like playing them myself sometimes. I have played them before, like really high health warden healer. But is there a playstyle that really annoys me? Like people get really annoyed with bash builds as well. I've been killed by bash builds quite a bit. I wouldn't say they annoy me though, because you don't really see them enough. I suppose the build that annoys everyone the most is probably the meta build, which is, you know, running the Master's Duel build. This ain't no, like, this ain't even a fighting BG, is it? People just, oh, I just got ganked. I've got the health now. Oh, I've just had to lane to them. See if I can survive. I don't think I can. Come on, where's my ultimate? Save me. Come back. What the? He's used that Sigic line. Oh, I'm just being... Why is everyone going for me? Definitely struggling against these Nightblades, even with the tech pots. I don't like when BGs are like this, there's not really any kills going on, it's just sort of stalemate, and as soon as you get them low they just seem to just pop back up. Thank God I got rid of the tech pot, because it just, I'd have no chance. Come on. Where's he gone? It's just like an hide and seek match this, isn't it? And mine can't come down there. Oh, he tagged me to the wrong player. What's going on? I just can't get... There's too much healing. Just endless healing. Endless. Endless healing. Oh, that enchant's doing a nothing. Where is it? Come on. Right, let's get serious now. I've had nothing but capture the relic as well, I don't think. That's all I've had. I think I had one domination. It's just been nothing but capture the relic. You can't seem to... What's happening here today? Oh, let's try and get a relic. I need to get a relic. I'm worrying too much about kills. Let's grab it. Okay, there we are. Oh, I've got speed on him. Come back. That's why I use my chains. I hate when I do it. I press the chains and it don't. It's just literally like, I would call this hide and seek. I fell off. Capture the relic, it's just hide and seek. Tag, you're it. There you go, event prep for you as well. Make sure you've got the tech pods, because everyone's going to be Nightblade. But they're still not really helping me. They're helping a little bit, but not. I've just got too much healing this Nightblade. They're just all going for me again. I hate me. I got him there. Caught him. I still realise I just haven't got one of the relics and we've been in his endless fights. Weird. When I say endless, he's about to kill me. Oh, not again. If you keep using tech pots, you haven't got any sustain. But there we go. Right, let's maybe focus on a relic, eh? There's a bit of an hide and seek battlegrounds. Or I could just defend maybe. I do want to get a relic though because we don't even literally have one. So stop hiding. The tech pot activate. Yeah, like having that chain though is because a lot of people ask me, like, why do you put the chain on? I mean, you get the major berserk, and you are slow. So like that gap closer has secured so many kills for me. You know, where they're running away and they've got high mobility. It really does help out. Finding a little bit of luck. Unfortunately, oh, everyone just hates me, just keep killing me. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get a relic out of this one. Right, let's try and go to the other one. I'll try and get a relic. Because I've just been too wrapped up in endless fights and just, yeah. Let me take it. Just let me take it. Why is everyone Nightblade? This has got to be a group of Nightblades, surely. I've never seen so many Nightblades in one match. I think there's a couple of Dragon Knights and literally the other 6 players have all got to be Nightblades. Crazy, isn't it? But I don't blame players because Nightblade is just still the best if you know what you're doing with them properly. How's he hanging on? How was he hanging on? Come on, I'm going for the relic. I'm not going to get the relic, let's just go for a kill. Okay. Maybe not. That was not a great battleground. I must admit now, when it comes up capture the relic, I'm really like, that is definitely the worst mode. I always thought domination was because that's over really quickly, but yeah, capture the relic has really got to be up there. Right, so let's quickly go do a sneak peek of the talk setup I've got, which is probably the best setup I've got on the PC. Like I said, tomorrow, whenever I get a chance, I'll definitely have to level it up a bit. Get them 3 lines done, the 2-handed, the light armour and medium armour. Then it will be all ready to go, and I'm running out of time because of the update is going to hit. So yeah, that's the one there. Is that build? Have I got vampire? Better be there. I'll equip it. I'll get rid of this costume, but I won't be doing bash for a while now, probably. I even bought myself a new kit as well, new outfit. Yeah, so I'll show you some numbers. Just check out those resistances. Because I've done this one pretty good, yes. The critical resistance might need work. Recovery's looking good. Health is looking good. And like I said, this is the scaling off max health, damage shield. And I've got the spike bone shield, which a lot of players don't seem to run. I don't know why. Because it returns direct damage back to the enemy and also gives you another damage shield. So we've got 2 there, and then we've got the ferocious leap shield as well. So I'm running 3 and they all scale off the max health. So I thought, you know what? This could work really nicely. And again, did I get the undaunted? Yeah, I've got the undaunted. Yeah, it's just them lines I'm going to have to level. Get them in place. Got nothing to even hit and just be replaced. I don't even know where my main gap is now. Oh yeah, I bought this place. Yeah, so like I said, I still need to do the lines, so we can't fixate on the numbers too much at the moment. But the pen, I mean, even the weapon damage I'm already pretty happy with, and I don't think I've even got anything spent into it, have I? Oh, I have got a little bit. So yeah, this is going to be definitely one of the better bulk setups. I do need to check the crit damage though. For some reason it's low. I need to check out the crit damage on it. And that's about it really. Crit damage and then 3 weapon lines, and this will be good to go. And it's going to be tanky. Just got to work out why. I know it's not got minor force on it, which I normally do run. I could chuck minor force on it, but I wanted the extra damage shield. So I'll have to think about something there. Try and get something together. Could run battle axe. I'm running maul. Mind you, the pen ain't great either. But yeah, there we have it, guys. So that's basically all the setups I will be probably running. So I've got the Nightblade build, high damage Nightblade build, and I've got the werewolf, but I do need to fiddle with that a little bit. And then obviously I've got my bash build, but I probably won't be running that. It's going to be more this Dragon Knight once I get it together. I'm running out of time, I've only got a few more days. I have to get this in check soon. Just needs a few tweaks and a few changes. Could run that in precise. Maul, I thought, but it said the pen, it's the pen in it. Pen or need that critical damage up. And crit resist is naff and all. Don't know why. There's a few things I've got to change, but that's the secret. The secret sauce to get that crazy high damage and high health is just run healthy, and just tri-stat all the armour, run mostly heavy, apart from 1 light and 1 medium on the smallest pieces possible. Obviously back bar, I don't know if I put a back bar, a frost staff, or just sword and board, and then just, yeah, any two-handed. And like I said, that is really going to get you some really nice chunky stats. Because I've still got the magicka and stamina where I want them, around the 20k mark. Got really good health. It's got the nice chunky shields and all. And like I said, I'm happy with the 6-7k weapon damage it's probably going to touch. That's just the pen and the crit damage. But like I said, once I do the lines, they might be missing a few bonuses. I think that's why the crit damage is so low. mind you, give me a little bit, it's not going to give me much, is it? I've already got it on. Oh dear, I've got it already on. Damn it. Missing some pen here, because I thought the pen was a bit low, so yeah, it's just a few things. But yeah, there we go, guys. So I hope you enjoyed the stream. Thank you to everyone that's tuned in. I said I will be doing plenty of streams when the new patch drops on PC. I've got a few more builds I'll be chucking out as well, a few more Halloween themed builds. So there's more to come. I've also got to do the giveaway for the Shivering Cheese on my Xbox when I do my next stream for stealing. I'm going to do it. So anyone on Xbox EU that's in the chat, I'm going to be doing a giveaway of the Shivering Cheese. Nice rare item. Took me probably around 40,000 chest opens to get that. It's that rare. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but it was a lot anyway. It's the only time I've ever seen it. But yeah, so look out for the streams, guys, and look out for the builds. And catch me in the next stream.